Hi, everyone. It's Ryan with Essentially Grounded. I am super, super excited to be bringing amazing information with you. I am so happy and grateful to have my dear friend, Dr. Reneta Trsiter, joining me. Hi, Reneta.
Hello, everyone.
Joining me for this awesome conversation. So we are talking about specifically Young Living supplements, and this is the perfect time to be talking about taking care of our overall health and wellness. It is winter time. We are here on the East Coast, and we are obsessed with cold and flu season and keeping healthy. And I think just generally speaking, this topic is of great purpose when it comes to some specific supplements, some targeted support that some of us can look to help our bodies feel well, function well. And I don't know about the rest of you, but at 38 years old, I am definitely taking a little bit more interest in my health and well-being and looking at investing in my future when it comes to what I'm putting into my body. So I started my journey with Young Living essential oils several years ago, and it has been an incredible, beautiful journey, learning and growing and trying new things. And healthy lifestyle tips that we have for you tonight are going to be around our favorite supplements from Young Living. So Reneta and I share a love and passion for health and wellness, specifically as it relates to natural solutions. And so Young Living has just been a great fit in both of our lives. I'm so excited to have somebody like Reneta with a beautiful heart and incredibly intelligent mind to join me on this journey, because I have always felt really a good sense of intuition around what's good for me, and looking to eating a healthy diet, using some natural, simple ingredients like essential oils in my beauty care routine, eliminating toxic chemicals from our home. But Reneta has really brought such an in-depth intellect to the conversation on what really is going on in supplements. Do they really help our body? What they do for us? And yes, that they actually can be of great support to us. So what do you think about that, Reneta?
That's great.
So I have been able to compare notes with Reneta, and Reneta just brings, like I said, a beautiful intellect to the conversation as it relates to specific ingredients. Some of the supplements that we're going to share with you tonight, if you're, of a fellow comrade of ours and take an interest in, different health topics as it relates to nutrition and, specific supplements, then some of these, you'll be familiar with when we talk about certain herbs and natural plant-based sources. So follow along with us, and you can learn, and we'd love to hear from you, and any commentary or questions. We'd love to hear what you have to add to the conversation. So Reneta, what should we talk about first?
Multigreens.
Multigreens. Yay.
Multigreens.
Really bad there. There they are. Multigreens. Okay.
Which was actually a free bonus gift last month, which is really cool.
Yeah. So Young Living.
So a lot of us might have it, and it's a really great supplement. So multigreens, it's basically it's a nutrient dense kind of chlorophyll infusion, if you will. It contains spirulina, choline, bee pollen. It's full of marine minerals that are really rich and easy to absorb. So this is just a way for you to, get these nutrients into your body in a capsule form. The spirulina is a very kind of powerful antioxidant, same with the kelp and the bee pollen. And these are things that you wouldn't ordinarily be eating, and they're also kind of put together for you all into these easy to take capsules. And you could see that it's just it's a dark green powder. It kind of helps give you energy to the brain and across the whole body. And, you have the bee pollen, which helps your circulation and the nervous system. You have choline, which also gives you energy. And the rest of it are really just marine minerals that are just very bioavailable and absorbable. The other thing that it has in it is something called glutathione, which is a substance that binds fatty toxins, makes them water soluble, and allows them to be excreted. So when you have fat soluble toxins, this substance, it's kind of it's not an amino acid, it's a molecule, like an antioxidant molecule, and it binds these fatty substances and makes them so that you can excrete them. And this also has something called cysteine, which you need to make glutathione. So they really kind of put together this kind of antioxidant rich, mixture with all these components that really help your body on, like, prevent oxidation and premature aging. And that's what glutathione is for. It's something that prevents premature aging. If you look kind of into what glutathione does, that's a big marker for that. And again, the other things that it has in it is just chlorophyll, magnesium, which is also good for detox, and it's just an awesome supplement. And it also has some essential oils in it, like melissa with rosemary, lemongrass, and lemon. So it has a lot of good things, and it's an easy, convenient capsule that you could just take right away.
Yeah, those are all beautiful cleansing essential oils. Melissa really helps support the immune system. So say that word to me again that you just explained to us in depth that I can't even pronounce and repeat back to you.
Glutathione.
Okay, so glutathione. So if not taken in a capsule like multigreens, where else would we get this particular?
So when you're looking at someone's blood work, one of the things that you kind of look at is their homocysteine levels. And the higher your homocysteine levels, the faster and more progressive the aging will be. And glutathione is one of those things that is a kind of a breakdown product of homocysteine. So this is a way for you to see, and it's a really good marker for inflammation and for all these things. But glutathione is made when you have homocysteine broken down into this other constituent called SAMe and glutathione. It gets a little biochemical in there.
Oh, yeah. That's like way over my head. But it was a good question, right?
And it's not an essential amino acid. It's actually made from other amino acids like glycine, glutamate, and I forget the third one. Glycine, glutamate, and cysteine. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't remember. My biochemistry isn't
way better than mine. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So that's incredible, right? Because I know that I like to eat healthy and I love green juices and I spend a ridiculous amount of money when I buy them. I love dark, green leaf vegetables like kale and spinach. And I spend a lot of money to get ones that are organic, and try to eat as much as I can. But how much can I really naturally source, these green leafy vegetables that are really good for us? And so that's part of what we're finding in here as well.
Yeah. And it's much more than that, just the spirulina alone. The spirulina is kind of a multivitamin, if you will. It just comes from nature. It has a lot of B vitamins. It has just a wide array of nutrients in it. And a lot of people just take spirulina on its own as a multivitamin.
Yep.
It basically is a multivitamin, except it's, it's a naturally sourced multivitamin. It's not a synthetic isolate compound multivitamin. It's really something that's spirulina is a natural plant that is found in the sea, and you're eating it. And so your body can really, maximize how much nutrition it absorbs from it. And that's just one of the constituents. And again, you have the kelp and the bee pollen, just all of these marine minerals. And, minerals that are obtained from marine sources are really, like I said, really easy to absorb and really rich. And this is probably the best way to get some of your minerals in. And it's, and it's not like taking an isolated mineral. It's really just a bioavailable food source based mineral.
Yeah, it's incredible that we're getting something really special with Young Living, and it's what sets them apart from going into, your grocery store or a vitamin shop to get some other supplements that might be available to you that aren't bioavailable. They're not, whole food, plant-based sourced. And in this case, definitely, that we have essential oils infused that really complement the other ingredients is just an incredible attribute to the supplements that we have here. So basically,
I just want to say one more thing. This is kind of a dense nutrition from plant-based sources. This is really a multivitamin that everyone can take, unless you're taking blood thinners. That's probably the only caveat, but that would be, if you're on blood thinners, any greens you have to be careful with. But this is really just a plant-based, multivitamin that everyone can take and can benefit from, and it really helps you detoxify, gives you different, kind of improves your energy levels without, giving you it's not a stimulant kind of energy, but it's a different type of energy, and it's really something everyone can take, and I really love it. It's one of my favorites.
I love it too. Multigreens is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yes, and I feel like spirulina is a hot topic on all the health blogs and podcasts, and people that are looking for something to give back to their body. This is a beautiful, beautiful supplement to start with.
Yeah.
So we're going to branch off. It's so hard to decide because I think we're going to say this is our favorite for every single supplement that we're about to speak to. So it's really hard for us to decipher.
I guess the best way to decipher is just things that you really can take every single day that, which multigreens is. There's other ones that we'll talk about that are kind of more on as needed basis, but really multigreens and sulfurzyme, which we'll talk about too. These are the two that everyone can benefit from taking every day. It's not something that you kind of, do I need this or not? This is really a beneficial thing for your body for anyone.
An ongoing basis. So sulfurzyme. So I started taking sulfurzyme. I think I first learned about sulfurzyme 2 years ago. It's also a capsule that has a powder base inside this vegetable capsule. It's easy to take. I take about 6 a day. How many do you take a day?
I take 8. Sometimes I take 6, but it depends. I do take a lot of them because I feel like it helps my skin and my hair.
Yes.
Here's the thing, it doesn't instantly kind of make your hair and nails and everything grow. It takes time. You really need to be consistent. When you have a supplement that supplements or any kind of not medication, but anything that's, made out of a whole food rather than a targeted, acutely acting drug or medication, you're not going to have these acute effects. You're also not going to have side effects, but it's not going to be like an instant thing where, I have a headache, I take an Advil, the inflammation is reduced, and I feel better. But that's an acute action of a specific medication. But it also will have the same thing, kind of side effects that you can have that will also be acting the same way. When you have these supplements that are made out of whole food sources, you're not going to have this punch of instant reaction. You have to it's a slow, gentle process, and it takes time to really feel the results. And sometimes you don't even notice it until you take them away, and then you see how different you feel in a few days. But that's the key point to remember. Sometimes people will take these things and they're like, I don't feel anything, nothing is happening. That's right, you don't. But that comes with a safety. If you were to feel something, that means you would have other things going on too that might not be as beneficial. When you have these more gentle kind of processes happening, it's just much safer. And that's what happens with a lot of these supplements that are kind of made out of foods. You're not going to necessarily feel this 1-2 punch of a reaction, but over time it gives you tremendous benefit.
It's so funny because I was talking with somebody about sulfurzyme. I first started taking it because of one of its key ingredients, which is MSM. And I had done some digging around and reading up on this MSM. Can you tell me what that is?
Methyl sulfur methyl.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Otherwise known to me as only MSM. So
there's no reason to know what.
I had read some really great information, interesting studies done on MSM and inflammation in the body, joint support. And I had looked to it knowing that I have a family history of arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. And I'll never forget that moment, as I was in my 30s, just about 30, 31. And my doctor was doing an intake for an annual checkup. And I told her that, this was something that came up, in my family history, that my dad was suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. And I just remember for the first time being an adult, really being taken back by her reaction and the fact that she like dramatically noted it on my chart, you know, family history. And I, years later, came across this information and looking at a more healthy lifestyle and how I can support, you know, a healthy lifestyle to live well into my 80s and 90s and not suffer. I thought I would love to take MSM, and that it came from Young Living in this pill form and also had the goji berry, the Ningxia wolf berry, mixed in there, and learning about some of the other benefits, which Renata and I were just talking about, supporting skin health, nail health, hair health. I was just recently talking to somebody, and you don't realize I just love taking this supplement because of the overall energy that I feel, and just overall vibrance and feeling, just general health from this. But it dawned on me that, you know, my hair doesn't fall out like it used to. Like, so much of it would be in the drain, you know, in the shower, and so much of it I was shedding everywhere, and that doesn't happen anymore. So like you said, it might not even be something that you realize, but I do see, you know, an improvement in the elasticity in my skin and my nails. Always somebody mentioned to me, oh my gosh, your nails are so beautiful. And I was like, oh, I keep them short all the time. They grow really, really fast. I prefer to keep them short. So I always have to file them down or and these are, you know, I can see a direct correlation to taking this supplement. And again, it's another one that just can help with overall immune support. And it's a beautiful supplement to have in your regimen.
Yes. I really like it too. And again, like you said, it has MSM, wolfberry. These are both antioxidants. And the other thing, again, which will kind of bring us back to multigreens, the MSM is a sulfur donor, and it helps you create more glutathione in your body. So this is another, it's an additional antioxidant, or it helps in supports that, because it's a sulfur donor. And this is really great for your joints, for people who are exercising, for your skin, for your hair. And it's something that's really lacking. People are really lacking elemental sulfur in their diets because it's lacking in the soil. And it's a really great supplement to add. People use MSM for wound care, you know, when people are recovering from, you know, severe wounds or have just different issues. So it's really used in a medical setting for that reason too. And it's just a nice thing to have. And I think that since it is so deficient in a lot of people, that it's a great supplement to add, because it just the skin and the hair, you do see a difference. So I really enjoy this one. And
Yes.
This is take every day, you know, that you know, again, and know that 68 pills might seem like a lot for some people. You can start taking 2,
Yeah.
But you know, over time, I just start, you know, as I read more about it and read more about the dosage and read about how deficient we are, I chose for myself to take more.
Same.
But, you know, again, there's just 2 ingredients in it. There's nothing else in there that you're like, oh, do I really want so much of this? This is just MSM and the Ningxia wolfberry. So it's really not too many ingredients that you have to worry about and thinking about what is this going to do, you know, whereas with other supplements, you really should be careful with your dosing. But with this one, I really, you know, cranked it up.
Yeah, we are jumping up and down. And I definitely started with taking 2, and, you know, it kind of takes a little while to, you know, for some of us to transition and warm up to the idea of spending money on supplements. But I think that the healthier I feel, the better these supplements are playing a role in my life, you know, the happier I am to spend less somewhere else and spend more here. So we are jumping up and down for sulfurzyme. It's a beautiful, beautiful supplement. And so we can segue into Agiles.
We're jumping up and down.
Yeah. Since we're jumping up and down, if you want to support physical activity. Okay, so my lighting's a little off. Okay. Agiles, how do you like to pronounce it? Agiles?
I can say Agiles. I don't know.
Agiles? That's another one too? Okay. It gets its super, super bright yellow golden color from a key ingredient, which is turmeric.
Yes.
So I loved what you shared about Agiles when we were talking before this call. And I had it also because I got it for free from Young Living several months ago. I do my shopping every month with Young Living and buy several different products and oils and home care stuff. So they're an incredible, beautifully generous company, and they give me free stuff just for spending money with them. And this was one of them. And I didn't think that I had a need for it until I started doing Pilates, and I was stretching my limbs and my body in ways that was very uncomfortable and caused some discomfort and pain following any of these Pilates sessions that I was doing. And I have shared Agiles with other Young Living members and customers and clients and talked about this for an older demographic, an aging demographic when it comes to supporting our joints and inflammation. And so I thought, I know a lot of great benefits from turmeric, and I should take this like to help, with some of the discomfort that I was feeling. And it was an incredible supplement to take. It has beyond ridiculous essential oils that are infused in it, and which are Northern Lights black spruce, copaiba essential oil, which comes from a tree that's in Brazil. It's known to be one of the world's strongest natural anti-inflammatory substances, and it is enriched with copaiba, so it's great to take copaiba internally. It also has frankincense powder, which comes from the frankincense resin. This is an amazing, amazing supplement. And Renata can talk about the difference of taking it for acute reasons versus, chronic pain. I'll let you talk to that.
So it was designed kind of for athletes for recovery and post-workout pain. It contains collagen, the frankincense powder, like you mentioned. It has hyaluronic acid and glucosamine, which is all for joint support, for mobility, for flexibility. But then, and this is for the long-term kind of use. You're not going to instantly have flexibility and mobility, but this is the long-term benefits. But this also has some fast-acting anti-inflammatory substances like the turmeric powder, the frankincense powder, which are, the turmeric is a really powerful anti-inflammatory. People can take turmeric. It has similar effect to that of Advil if you take it in the right dosage, as far as inflammation and pain relief. And it also has all the oils that you mentioned, which the copaiba, which also help kind of in the, oh, I feel sore and, I can take this. And this is something that you can take either after you work out, when you feel sore or you have pain. And then you can also take it if you're doing an exercise routine. You can really use this for your recovery, because this will really help with that. So it's, you can use it as both. You can use it when you're just sore and something is going on, or you can use it on a regular basis if you are doing kind of a workout routine that you want support with. Or, again, it's for in an older population. This is really great for your joint support too on a regular basis.
And again, it's one that you're going to want to take at length. This particular supplement, a bottle is a month's supply. It has 60 capsules, and the recommended dosage is 2 capsules. And one of the things that I noted in my notes, most collagen supplements contain synthetic ingredients and additives and suggest much larger doses. So in this case, taking 2 capsules a day, having a month's worth of these Agiles pills, again in a vegetable capsule filled with this powder, being able to see the long-term results, I'd say, at a minimum a month up to 3 months when we're, looking for support.
Yeah, and that's a good point you bring up about the collagen. These supplements, they're made with an undenatured collagen, which is much more difficult to supply and whatnot, but it's a much better quality than the denatured, which means it just lost its proper shape and alignment. I don't know. But anyway, this is undenatured collagen, so it's in its proper form, and it's a kind of a bit much higher quality supplement.
It's Young Living is beautiful in really choosing and selecting their ingredients and making sure that we're actually getting something that's going to help and make a difference.
Yes.
Yes. So we get to move on. So we're just going to like do cartwheels and jumping jacks through this entire conversation because now we're really excited about the next supplement too.
Yeah. Yes, which is inner defense.
Inner defense. Yay. Okay. So inner defense. Take it away, Renata.
So inner defense, it's a kind of a blend of really powerful essential oils that create, an unfriendly environment for yeasts, for funguses. So it's a really great oil for immune support. That's why it's called inner defense. And you can use this anytime you are traveling, when it's change of season, when you're going to be eating unusual foods, when you need something for respiratory support. This has the oil of oregano, thyme, thieves, and lemongrass, and it's in a little vegetable, kind of like a little capsule. I don't know if you just showed it. I missed it.
I did. Yeah, it's all liquid. It's all oils that are in there that are beautiful, like Renata said, for a multitude of purposes and immune support, which I love stocking up on this all winter long.
And you would take, again, because these oils are so powerful, you would take them with food. And, if you don't want to get the supplement, you could make your own capsules, but that would be a real kind of a pain for me. So the fact that they're kind of already pre-packaged for you just like this, so you get the benefits of the oregano, the thyme, and the thieves and the lemongrass just in a quick kind of capsule that you can take is really awesome. And one of the constituents that I believe oregano and thyme and probably some of the thieves oils have is called carbachol, and this helps to boost the levels of lactobacillus in your gut. And lactobacillus is a friendly gut bacteria. It's a good bacteria. So that, that's another reason why it's called inner defense, because these oils really help not only kill and make an unfriendly environment for the yeasts and the funguses. This isn't like an antibiotic. It just makes an unfriendly environment where they just don't thrive. But it also has ingredients that help the good bacteria thrive and survive better, so they can multiply while the other guys die out. So for that reason, it's called, it's inner defense, because it really helps your microflora and your gut and just helps support them and give you a better intestinal biome.
It really does. It's really incredible. I have so many amazing testimonies. I experience it and live it, but I'm just beaming from ear to ear anytime somebody sends me a message and an email and they're like, oh my gosh, like I went from feeling run down to not feeling well. And of course, drinking some thieves tea, because I always tell everybody to drink their thieves tea. But taking this inner defense and really waking up and feeling well, it's incredible that it really can help us in that way. We're all living a very fast-paced lifestyle, and our body does require good sleep, good nutrition, to really keep a healthy gut. There is a direct correlation to our gut and our immune health, how we feel. So it is really nice to have this supplement, but I can't stress enough, how beneficial and helpful it is for us to create a gut where this bad bacteria can't live. So really looking at the amount of sugar that's in our diet to support our immune health, through a healthy gut, looking at the foods that we're eating. But it is really wonderful to have a supplement like this. These essential oils are the real deal. They are amazing at what they do in our bodies on a cellular level, and how they work to help support our immune system and keep us feeling well, is really incredible.
Yeah, this was one of the oils in our gut health cleanse.
Yes,
not supplements in our gut health cleanse, again, because these are very powerful oils that are that can really help your digestive system and your immune system both. And again, like I said, these oils are very powerful, so this is one that you have to take with food, because it's a very kind of powerful oils. If you were to try to take that much oregano and thyme on your own, I mean, you would have to be very strong. I would be impressed if someone could take that oregano and thyme. But the fact that it's in a capsule, so you could just take it and it gets, it's enteric coated, so it doesn't dissolve until it gets into your intestine.
Yeah, it's coated really well. And I, probably started off with just taking one at a time. If I really feel like I am, teetering on, really falling ill, becoming susceptible, I feel comfortable taking a few. And that's the thing when we're using natural supplements and really just starting off low and slow and being able to be mindful of what you're taking and see how you feel and how your body's responding, is really important to listen to yourself and tune in and of course, ask questions and get some, supporting information. So the last supplement that we're going to talk about, since I mentioned healthy diet, being able to look at our overall diet, what we're putting into our bodies every day. We're going out with a bang, right? We're going out with shots. We're going to take some shots. We're going to take some Ningxia red shots. So this incredible juice, Ningxia red juice, is so it's a goji berry, which is part of the what's wrong with me right now? It's
the wolfberry, which is part of the goji berry family.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's the Ningxia wolfberry, which is a part of the goji berry. So people are probably much more familiar with the term goji berry than the wolfberry. And it's just a super antioxidant rich, superfruit. And this is a full puree. So it's the skin, the pulp, the juice of this incredible wolfberry, which comes from Ningxia, China, hence its name, Ningxia red juice. And it has a ton of incredible health benefits. So overall, antioxidants, right? So it's really going to help to eliminate free radicals in the body. So we need antioxidants to do that. Plus it has yuzu, it has lemon essential oil, tangerine essential oil. Citrus oils are high in D-limonene. This is great for our bodies as well. Our overall health and wellness, support our immune system. And it is packed with B vitamins, protein, nutrients, minerals. It is just a really great part of an overall healthy diet. So again, I try to feed my son well, and I try to eat, as healthy as I can. I, of course, love to make exceptions every once in a while, but this has become such an integral part of staying healthy for us in my family. So 2 ounces a day for me, for my husband, 1 ounce for my son. My mother drinks this, my stepmom, my dad. I can't say enough about Ningxia red juice. Renata loves Ningxia red juice. We love taking shots. So
it's delicious too. It's yummy.
Yeah. So talk to us about what it tastes like, since, if you haven't tasted it, you can only see it. Talk to us about
I can't describe, but it's just really delicious. It has like a nice texture. It's just really good. I really don't know how to describe it, but like when you just talk about the nutritional, I don't know if I'm sure all of us have heard the expression kind of to eat the rainbow, something like this. So this is because these foods that are so brightly colored, they contain polyphenols and antioxidants. They're really, really good for you. And when we talked about the multigreens being this kind of dark green part of the spectrum, this is the red part. So when they talk about eating the rainbow, this would be like the red part of the rainbow, because it does have a lot of antioxidants, and they're different. It's a different type than just the greens. And goji berries are very nutritionally dense, and you kind of have this beautiful drink that you just have like a little shot of. And again, this is a bioavailable, really great kind of nutritional support for your whole body. And it's just very easy. It's like the easiest supplement to take, because you're just drinking this yummy thing. I would much rather drink this than I know like Flintstone vitamin, for example. That's probably easy to take too, but I wouldn't eat those chalky things ever. But this is just so good and so delicious. You just need 2 ounces, and it gives you kind of an energy, and you just feel it. It's great. It's really one of my favorites. I know.
It is. I'm so grateful to have it as a multivitamin for Vincenzo. We use it as our multivitamin per se. And it's naturally sweet. It's actually sweetened with a natural stevia. It doesn't have any sort of artificial sweetener taste. I absolutely love, the little bit of tartness with the sweetness. because there is plum juice, there is a couple of other, there's grapeseed oil in it, which has its own health benefits. So it's like Renata said, it can give you a little bit of energy without a caffeine, sourced energy that's like over hyper stimulated. Because of the B vitamins, it does give you a nice boost in energy. So sometimes later in the day, around 2 or 3 o'clock, instead of grabbing a cup of coffee, or you look to soda maybe for a caffeine boost, having another shot, an ounce or 2 ounces of this is a great source of, to boost your energy. So we love Ningxia Red. It's a beautiful part of our healthy wellness routine and diet, really. And I can't say enough about it, right? Can't say enough.
Like Ningxia Red and the sulfur enzyme is really just an everyday supplement for me. I just recently started with the multi-greens and I really love them. But those, the sulfurzyme and Ningxia is just such a great thing for pretty much everybody. Like I said before, it can really benefit everyone. And I really love both of those.
Thank you so much for sharing all of this insight and great information. I am so happy to be able to share this with the rest of you. And if you have any questions about any of these supplements, if you are already an existing Young Living member and a part of our group, Essentially Grounded, and you'd like some more information, Renata and I are happy to share that with you. If you have never heard of Young Living, if you're new to learning about supplements and would like to support your health and wellness in these beautiful, beautiful ways, you can contact us, follow the information, the link below. There will be a link below there. And we would love to hear from you. So this has been really great for me. It just enforces, how special and wonderful it is that we even have the luxury to, and access to such beautiful supplements. Young Living has incredible ingredients in these supplements, and we can really care for ourselves in a really purposeful and meaningful way. So thank you so much. Everybody have a good night. Thank you, Renata.
Thank you. Bye.